Representing a seller and a buyer in North Carolina is totally legal, but I won't do it. Super unpopular opinion here, and the other day I actually got called dumb because I have a new listing that was coming soon. Had a person call me, tell me they loved the house, they loved the pictures and videos, and if they could get in the house on Friday and it looked exactly that way, they were gonna put an offer in. I told them that I represented the seller and that I would be more than happy to pass along some information for them, and I would also be able to give them some agents that would be able to help because I could not represent them. Another agent overheard that conversation and was just like, wow, that's not necessarily the smartest thing. You just left all this money, potential money on the table. And I was like, yeah, but that's not how I operate. Like, the seller hired me first, and the seller wants usually the most money they could get for that property. The buyer usually wants to get a deal. I cannot represent both parties and their best interest. Like, I'm just an all-in kind of girl. So that just, if you guys know me, that does not work for me. I'm like super loyal, super like team, whatever. And I just can't represent both parties. Also, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night because if the seller wants the most money or whatever they need out of that deal, that's my job to do that. And when I'm working with buyers and they need me to do certain things for them, that is my job. And if I'm trying to play both sides of the fence, like, that just doesn't work. And I would not be able to sleep because, again, I treat everybody like I was selling to my own family, my kids, how I would want to be treated. I always say that, sometimes too much, and I wish other people would freaking do it in this world. Just put yourself in that other person's shoes. What would you want to happen if that was you? And that's how I always will work my business. And does it sometimes cost me money? Maybe, but you know what? It gets me a lot more clients. And I've actually won listings that way. When I straight up go into a listing appointment, I tell them right off the bat when we're talking about all the different types of agencies, and I say, hey, it's legal here, but that's not what I do. And I've won listings that way because in certain places that I've listed in, it was common to have agents represent both buyer and seller, and that was just kind of the thing, and people went along with it. And it worked for me that, I didn't do that. So again, my job is to represent a party's best interest, a party for me. So that's what I do. The only time I will do it is if I were representing a seller who is a builder. I do have a neighborhood starting, and I will have no problem bringing in buyers because I have brought many buyers to this builder before without representing him, and he is always one to do whatever he can to get a buyer in a house and make them feel comfortable and have an affordable payment. And he has great morals, and he treats buyers just the way I treat my clients. So that would be the only way that I would do it, and I would only work for certain builders that operated the way I did.